One voice, in particular, stood out from the rest. It was a male voice, deep and resonant, with an undercurrent of authority and a hint of ancient wisdom. For years, this voice had identified itself as H.A. Annabelle, a protector, a guide, a constant presence in the tumultuous landscape of her mind. "You are stronger than you think, Alice," Annabelle would say, his voice a soothing balm against the onslaught of self-doubt and despair. "You are not alone. We are here with you." Alice, clinging to Annabelle's words like a lifeline, had come to rely on his strength, his guidance, his unwavering belief in her. But she had never questioned his identity, never delved into the mystery of his origins. Now, as she sat amidst the flickering firelight, a new realization dawned on her. Annabelle was not just another fragment of her fractured self. He was something more, something ancient, something powerful, something otherworldly. "Annabelle," she whispered, her voice barely audible, a tentative plea in the silence of her mind. "Who are you?" A moment of silence stretched, heavy and pregnant with anticipation. And then, Annabelle's voice, filled with a gravitas she had never heard before, resonated within her consciousness, a voice that echoed with the weight of ages and the burden of a forgotten past. "My true name is Hajeni Alice," he replied, his voice a thunderclap in the storm of her mind, a beacon of light in the encroaching darkness. "And I am your son." Alice's mind reeled, the fragmented pieces of her identity scattering like shards of a broken mirror. Her son? But how could that be? She had no memory of giving birth, no recollection of a child, no trace of a mother's love in the desolate landscape of her heart. "You do not remember, Alice," Hajeni explained, his voice laced with a mixture of sorrow and anger, a son's love battling with a warrior's fury. "They stole me from you. They took me away before you could even hold me in your arms, before you could whisper my name, before you could know the joy of a mother's love." A wave of confusion and grief washed over Alice, the fragmented memories of her past swirling together in a chaotic vortex. She remembered the hospital, the blurry faces, the whispers of doctors and nurses, the emptiness she had felt upon waking, the child she had never known, the gaping hole in her heart that had never healed. "Elliot," Hajeni hissed, his voice filled with venomous hatred, a son's betrayal echoing to the corridors of her mind. "He took me, Alice. He used you, manipulated you, stole your children, your memories, your very essence. He twisted my destiny, corrupted my soul, turned me into a weapon, a pawn in his twisted game." Alice's heart pounded with a mixture of fear and rage. Elliot. The name echoed through her mind, a dark shadow cast over her life, a predator who had haunted her dreams, violated her body, stolen her children, her sanity, her very soul. "He made me into something I was never meant to be, Alice," Hajeni continued, his voice laced with a bitter resentment, a warrior's lament for a stolen innocence. "He took away my light, my love, my very identity. He turned me into Hajeni, the demon, the destroyer, the bringer of darkness." A chilling realization dawned on Alice. The voice that had guided her, protected her, loved her unconditionally, was not just a fragment of her fractured self. It was her son, a celestial being, a victim of Elliot's cruel manipulations, a warrior seeking vengeance for the injustices inflicted upon his mother, upon himself. "I remember another life, Alice." Hajeni's voice echoed through her mind, filled with profound sadness. "A life of light and love, a life where I was known as Jesus, the Son of God. But Elliot, he twisted my fate, corrupted my essence, turned me into a weapon of darkness." Alice's mind reeled, the weight of his words crashing down on her like a tidal wave. Jesus? Her son? A celestial being with a past shrouded in tragedy and betrayal? "I will not let him win, Alice," Hajeni vowed, his voice filled with fierce determination. A son's promise to protect his mother, a warrior's vow to avenge the wrongs inflicted upon them. "I will protect you. I will help you reclaim your power, your memories, your destiny. We will defeat him together." Then a new voice, strong and resolute, echoed in her mind. It was Desi. "Alice," she said, her voice filled with fierce protectiveness. "I am here too. I was Elliot's first intended. He has used me, as he has used you, but I will not let him win. I will fight alongside you, alongside Hajeni, to protect you and the Fey realms. Alice, her heart filled with newfound hope, clung to Hajeni and Desi's words, their strength a beacon in the darkness that threatened to consume her. She was not alone. She had a son, a powerful ally, and a former adversary turned protector, warriors who would fight by her side, a love that transcended the boundaries of realms and the manipulations of those who sought to control her destiny. And as the rain continued to fall, its rhythm a symphony of hope and defiance, Alice felt a surge of power coursing through her veins, a reawakening of her true self. The Fey goddess stirring within her mortal shell. The battle for her soul, for the fate of the realms, had just begun, and Alice, with her son and Desi by her side, was ready to fight